Will you participate? The choice is yours. Athena, an interactive musical mystery, asks you one simple question. In 1981, I sent Yoko Ono a letter asking her to forward copies of my poster, Athena, to Paul McCartney, Pink Floyd, and The Who, with the hope that they would write songs about it and present those songs as part of a musical mystery. Did that actually happen? More than 4 decades later, I'm inviting everyone to investigate whether that request was granted, not only by those original artists, but by many others as the mystery continued to grow. When the first songs appeared, I also had to become a detective. I examined the images, listened to the music, followed the clues, and eventually concluded that Yoko Ono had granted my wishes. Then, during a Memorial Day weekend visit in 1982 with an ex-girlfriend, her brother, and her fiancé, I explained what I believed I had discovered in songs from Pete Townshend's 1982 solo album. Her fiancé told me that he believed me because he had already heard similar connections on Paul McCartney's album, which I had not yet listened to. He also suggested that I was probably the impresario McCartney was singing about in the song and video for Take It Away. His reasoning was simple. I had conceived the musical mystery, contacted the artists, and asked them to create songs about my poster. If they had accepted that request, then, without realizing it at the time, I had, by definition, become the impresario of a real-life rock opera that cast the entire world in one role or another. Some would become performers, creating songs, television programs, films, and other works connected to the mystery. Some could choose to perform the role of detective, free to decide whether or not to take the case. Those who participated could also create works of their own that might eventually become connected to the mystery. After that Memorial Day weekend, the mystery became far larger than I had ever imagined. Now, the choice is yours. Will you take the case or decide not to investigate? All you need to do is examine the evidence, study the images, listen to the songs, think critically, and follow the clues. Then decide for yourself whether those artists really did grant my original request. The mystery continues coming next. Part 1. This mystery begins with a letter sent to Yoko Ono, summer of 1981.